Sure.
Well,
But if
I'm
he
not
does, it's gonna
allowed
be
to
on
say
tape.
why, but you are still a cabron, Mr. Ricardo Howe. You are a cabron. Cabron.
A single mother
Cabron.
who decided to go on a one-woman harassment campaign.
Cabron. You know your girlfriend cheated on you, man. Alright? She cheated on you. She cheated on you. That means you're on the way out, buddy. You know? And all I can say is... Oh my God, dude. It couldn't have been any sweeter. It just couldn't have been. I mean... all these problems you've been causing the family, all this stuff you've been going around saying and, you know, telling people how good she is and all that. And you've been bragging, and you and your blonde-haired little buddy and your crackhead friends. And, you know, Strausstown, I got news for you guys. Ricardo Howe is selling drugs over there. Ricardo, if you don't like it, sue me. Constitution of the United States of America gives you the right to say anything you wish. So, you may say whatever you want about me, sir, and I will not stamp on your civil rights to say whatever you want. But according to a source very close to me, and one person at least that you robbed, you're a drug dealer. And I don't know, the police don't want to investigate it, but a state trooper pulled up on Sebastian last year, and you ran away. You were over there smoking crack in the park. You don't like it? Sue me. Okay? Just want to remind you that you're a cabron, and that anybody in Strausstown, if these two, you see these two together, you know who my daughter is. My 15-year-old daughter. And this 22-year-old piece of garbage. You all know who he is. Look up, you know my email. You can send me in the comments section. You can write my email, but any reward is offered for non-violent resolution to the situation. Okay, I mean his arrest. I do not mean for anyone, in the name of Jesus, do not do anything harmful in any way. I'm asking for legal resolution. Because, I mean, look at me. You know, I go all the way back. So, if I wanted to do something, I would do it. But I'm trying to hold on to a little bit of hope that I have for a relationship with my little girl. Ricardo, you are the worst kind of filth. I mean, you don't even recognize that you are literally a rapist and a pedophile. And all you guys writing these horrible things about someone very close to me, you know, you say what she is. You admit to knowing that she's very fragile and easily abused. And all you guys that took advantage of her are rapists. I won't say your names. I have been contacted by the police not to. So I'm going to obey that order from the police. And not say any names. But all you young, dirty, filthy monsters. I was young too. I was a monster. And someday you're going to get old and your kids are going to do this to you. I hope that it happens to every single one of you. I hope you all go through what you're putting me through and my little girl and the family. Everyone involved, Ricardo, I hope it happens to you 3 times in a row. Just not with my little girl. But apparently, cabron. Cabron! Cabron! Anybody who doesn't know what the word cabron means, look it up. Look it up. It means cabron. All your family, your whole family. And I'm going to also remind anyone in Bethel, Pennsylvania observing this. Look, Cayenne, Cheyenne, whatever your name is. Okay, the gig is up, man. I want to ask everyone out there that's viewing this, every parent, everyone that's ever had a concern for their children, how would you allow someone's child to come into your house and not call them to verify if it's okay that they've been there for 3 straight days? Okay? According to my daughter, you just didn't have any food over there. Nothing, man. She came down here talking about she didn't eat for 2 days. So, and, well, I don't know if I'm legally responsible for saying that, but I'll find out from the attorney. Just want to let you know that, yep, someone tried to devastate me. Someone tried to rob my bank accounts and all that stuff. And, well, thank God that the bank is on top of stuff. Anyway, you won't be getting your vape stuff, Ricardo. Or whoever she was getting it for. You just won't be getting it. Sorry. Anyway, I'm going to the district attorney. Maybe. I don't know. That's rough right there. But, so, you know, I figured maybe. I don't know. None of you guys, you know half the story. Like the police. I don't know what messages you guys saw, but you didn't see all the messages. And the most important messages, which were between the individual and my daughter, were not looked at. I don't understand. You had access to all of it. He freely gave you open phone. And, you know, it came back on me like I did something wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did what any other concerned parent would do. And I would do it again if the opportunity presented itself. But I gotta make sure that everyone on this YouTube here knows that I did not initialize contact. I did not have first contact with anybody at any time. I was contacted. Someone tried to use me to do something to Ricky, but look, I'm already beyond that, man. It wouldn't do anything. It would get me put in prison, and my little girl will be without a dad. And eventually she's going to come to me, and maybe she'll need me eventually, but I'm going to be there for her, God willing. Anyway, please, if this has touched your heart, send me donations, okay? So that I can add to the reward. I can get a DNA test done. I do have a very likely piece of evidence that I need to have tested for DNA. I was told by an officer, I will never say his name, but he's also, I don't know if I can say the word suggested, but basically, yeah, that I do exactly what I'm doing. It's going to cost a bit of money I don't have. Hopefully, God willing, I will get it. I'm taking donations, folks, so I will post the DNA results on the YouTube channel. And, you know, it doesn't matter just as long as I have a donor. Once I get the DNA results back, then I can find a donor, which would mean going to the trash bin, basically, and taking a beer bottle or something out of there, a cigarette butt. I just need to have a identifying something or other. I don't know anything about DNA testing, but I do know what I needed to give them. And I have most of it, but what I need is the money. I need the money. So, anyway, Cheyenne of Bethel, Pennsylvania, I'm begging you. My daughter has been running away and hiding at your house. Alright? So far, I don't know where you live or anything, because I would have you in the court. And eventually I'm going to find out who you are and all that, and I'm going to file a lawsuit against you. Because, quite frankly, you're harboring a minor, that's a missing person. She was missing for 3 days. You didn't call there to find out if it was okay if she was there. No one even called you, though. I mean, that's the whole thing. You know, I told them that she was there. So, anyway, guys, I would appreciate photographs of Ricardo and my pumpkin together. I understand. You know, I do understand. I know why this is going on. It's horrible. It's like watching a train wreck unfold in front of you and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just going to happen. And that's very unfortunate. I wish there was something I could do about it. All I can do is just tell you that I'm sorry. I really am sorry. There's absolutely nothing I can do about the past. I'm trying to change the future right now. Okay? I really am. And this is causing my life so much stress. My job performance is being affected. People around me are saying things because I'm so angry. Please, please, I implore you, please. Take a step back and look around you and watch and look what's going on. Okay? Ricardo, I definitely am judging you. So my baby girl, I'm not judging you. I understand, okay? But Ricardo, you're the worst kind of filth, man. You're the worst kind of filth. You don't even understand. I would love to have been a fly on the wall in the shed last summer when you and that other crackhead were in that over there with them little girls in that shed there. Okay, 13, 15, and 14 years old. You and 19-year-old Sebastian, Ricardo Howard Sebastian, in a shed with 3 little girls. What is wrong with you, man? You have nothing in common with these kids. They're in grade school. You're a high school dropout with no GED. You have no possibility. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not your dad. You know, I can't go back and change your past. You're just a straight dickhead now. You're a monster. You can call me whatever you want. But really, what you're doing is looking at yourself in the mirror and you're hating on the easiest and most likely candidate because you can't hate your dad or whatever. But don't take it out on me, man. I didn't do nothing to you. I did not leave you. I did not beat your mom or any of that, dude. I didn't do any of that. Alright? Leave this little girl alone, man. Get some sense. Why don't any of your friends, don't any of the people tell you you're a pedophile? And when you're bragging about the Congress that's going on between the two of you, don't they look at you like you're a sick, twisted son of a bitch? You know, I'm very opposed to people telling other people to kill themselves, but really, dude, if I didn't believe in hell, I would do it. Okay, but it's the very real knowledge that hell exists, and it awaits you right now. I'm not going to get preachy, but yeah, the truth is that if you got the blood of Christ covering you, you're not going to go to hell. So even though I have nothing but, it's not even hatred, it's contempt. It's a violation of nature. I'm going to tell you that you cry out to Christ, He'll open up your eyes. You'll realize that what you're doing is filthy and disgusting. Everyone knows you're filthy, don't you? Doesn't that bother you that when you walk down the street, people are looking at you like, look at that filthy piece of scum? Look at that maggot that's having sex with little girls? Doesn't that bother you at all? Don't you walk down the street with your head hung low? Okay, that you got my daughter trying to buy you vape juice and vape pens and all that crap? That you literally got my daughter to rob my bank accounts for this garbage? That backfired though, by the way. Okay? So, she's going to probably end up somewhere bad for that. Don't you care about that? That, I know you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't put her at risk. But, there's no way that this house of sticks that she's built with matches is going to stand. It's going to burn down eventually, and she's going to get caught up in the middle of it, and your filthy, disgusting ass is probably just going to walk away. But I promise you that the God that I serve, the Elohim Tizvot, Yeshua HaMashiach, the God that I serve, I'm not a very good servant. I will admit that. I am a foul-mouthed, low down. I'm trying to change, but I can tell you that there's so much in my life that I could get rid of. But my God said that your sins are forgiven. Okay? My God said that I'm his son. That he has thrown my sins into a sea of forgetfulness. That my sins are separated as if it was the east to the west. Okay, but your sins, you're carrying them on your shoulders. It's in your pants, brother. Am I going to ask God to give you testicular cancer? Of course not. That doesn't work. You can't really say, hey, God. But I can pray for testicular cancer for me. You know, I'll take an aneurysm. Oh, Ricardo, your mom, all them guys let my little girl into your house while you had sex. These are all filthy, disgusting monsters. Your brother's an Uber driver. He just sat by and watched you have sex with my little girl. Do you think any of your family members are like our brother's a pedophile, a rapist? Because if you were my brother, which my brother did some heinous shit apparently. He did the worst. I'm not talking to my brother anymore. So your family must be down with the sickness. Because, I mean, damn. Everyone at my work says she looks 13. No one can believe what's going on. But, brother, there are things on this earth that we don't control. There are beings, there are creatures, there are all kind of spirits, and I'm unleashing them upon you in the name of Christ, because he said, don't be joyous that the spirits obey you, but rather that your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. But those spirits are subject to our authority, those who have the power of Christ. So the word says that, you know, we learn through suffering and through pain. And I'm going to ask the Lord Holy Spirit, the one true God, to unleash that pain on you. Because I've been going through it. My family's been going through it. My ex-wife, who I always thought was a saint. Okay? I literally worshiped the ground that she walked on. You know, till very recently, I never said a bad word about that woman. But I can't live with my head up my butt for the rest of my life. I have to admit what is going on is impossible. And it's like, you know, though, you know the crazy thing the other day, yesterday or the day before, when I was walking out the door, I said, you know what, I'm going to have to change my credit cards today. And I was absolutely correct, 100%. I was like, you know what, it's been a while since I changed my credit cards. I'm going to probably have to change it. And sure enough, I had to stop all payments and all that. And if I told you guys where all the stuff was headed, but that could have been anybody, you know, because I mean, all it is a button to click. But it's funny how they had all my information, all my passwords, my credit card numbers. So I don't know. I'm going to ask the Lord to give me the strength to just move on and forgive whoever did it. But with my last few seconds here, I'm going to tell you, Mr. Ricardo Howe of Strausstown, Pennsylvania, you are a straight cabron, dude. But you don't even care, because deep down you know that this is all just some filthy, disgusting, weird, twisted, sick fantasy in a weird, twisted, disgusting, sick mind. You know, you said you were going to come down and kill me. I have your emails. I have the emails. So if the state police are interested in having you arrested for whatever kind of terroristic threats and all that is, then fine, I have the emails. Other than that, Mr. Ricardo Howe, you know, God said that it rains on the bad and the good, the evil and the just. So, I don't know. I'm not God. I don't make the plans. I don't make it. I don't tell the wind when to blow, and I don't point my finger and the lightning goes where I will it. It goes where God wills it. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping for a lightning bolt to hit you. Not to kill you, but maybe to blow your testicles off, maybe. You know, just a little lightning bolt, Lord, please, please. Please. I'm just kidding. No, I'm really serious about the lightning bolt, but the fingers crossed and all that. Yep, just singe the testicles. Just stop all of the production of, what do we got? Testosterone. And that produces, you know the word. Anyway, yeah, just a little lightning bolt. Bzz. Just to on your testes. But I don't tell God what to do. He spoke and existence was created. And he created you. It says that he literally formed you together in your mother's womb. And he knew you before then. So it's possible, very possible, that before creation was created, before existence existed, this realm, this possibility, this place, this dimension, this reality, before this place existed, we probably knew each other. You know that? But as of right now, man, I have nothing but contempt for you. You're just a maggot in a dead dog's maggot-filled ass. That's what you are. You're just one of the maggots. And you know, literally, your flesh is literally food for some other flesh-eating creature, whether it's bacteria or whatever, worms. Yes, sir. Anyway, if you want to come to church tomorrow, I'll be fine with that. And I just want to make this one more time, just clear one more time, that I have literally told this man, I say literally a lot, that's literally the truth. I told this man, look, I got a job for you, bro. I got a bike for you. If that was my girl, I would get a freaking paper route to save up my pennies to get a car, so she didn't have to walk all those miles that you filthy monster. But it appears that you're on borrowed time, pal. Because you know once that landslide starts. I'm not happy that it happened the way that it happened, but I'll take it. Alright, I can't change it. It ripped my soul out again. You don't even know. Has anyone ever seen the very essence of their being pulled from them like elastic or taffy? Have you ever felt that grief? Because I felt it 1,000 times in the past few days. But you know what God said to me once? And this is going to sound whatever to you. I don't really care. But what God said to me once is that you make me feel like that 1,000,000 times a day. Every single time that we sin against God, he feels that way. Do you remember when your girlfriend cheated on you, or someone stole something from you, or you found out that your parents were lying to you about Santa Claus? You know, that's another thing about Santa Claus. Let me tell you about Santa Claus real quick. Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus is not a Mrs. at all. Mrs. Claus is also a Mr. Okay, it's just not very well known that Mrs. Claus is a transvestite. Mr. Claus is a homosexual. And if you don't like it, that's tough. We got to talk about Elmo also. Let's talk about Elmo, because Elmo, don't tell me that Elmo is not a crackhead. Okay, I'm sorry. Elmo lives in a box. In fact, isn't his television like drawn on a box? So, I mean, even the crackheads I knew, at least they had a black and white TV in the house. Elmo don't got nothing. Elmo got one friend that's just fishy. Yo, what about, like, the whole Sesame Street thing is really messed up because, I mean, really? Poor Oscar, man. Yo, the guy got worms. He got worms so bad that they crawl around his trash can when he comes out to see the sunlight. Won't somebody please give Oscar some wormer? Some dewormer, please? You know what? Maybe he stopped being green and angry all the time. You know, because parasites definitely can cause you to be angry. So I'm thinking maybe I need to detox myself. Because I've been angry lately. As the people at work can attest. People at work, I really apologize. I'm so sorry. I really am. You know, my team leader, she's only 17, so I'm not going to say her name, but my heart and my soul goes out to you. Because, yeah, I've been very nasty lately. Pat, you're in my prayers. I love you, G. You're a sweetheart. You really are. But eventually we're going to have to throw down, you and I. I don't care. You can bring your knives. I'm cool with that. I'll bring a grapefruit and still win. So anyway, the rest of you guys, you know that really I would do anything I could for you, and that I'm trying. I'm just got so much going on. I don't know if these guys have seen the bug bites, but they're pretty nasty. They're pretty nasty. And anyway, look, I've been on for too long. But one last thing, Ricardo, you're a cabron, and Cheyenne, whatever your name is. Look, grow up, all right? You're not a kid. You're letting these kids do whatever they want over there. Jamie thinks you're so wonderful, but I can't understand why when the police were looking for my daughter for 3 days, they didn't suggest going over to your house. Because when I find out where you're at, I'm telling the police. I'm going to make sure that, and the next time she goes missing, they won't tell me she could be missing now for all I know, but I'm calling the FBI on you. I'm serious. This got to stop. And it has to stop at the source, and you are hiding my daughter out there. All right? So, grow up, please. But what you're doing is wrong. Anyway, everybody else that's involved, all you filthy mouths that have been saying all these horrible things about my daughter, you know, I just pray you find Jesus, man, for real. Because then you'll be released from all that hatred. You know, I'm not your dad. I didn't do nothing to you. So stop writing me all this horrible stuff about my daughter. Okay? You tried to reverse the nonsense. It didn't work. You can't reverse what you wrote to me. You can't change it. Nothing that you say. I knew it was all the truth from the beginning anyway. All right, everybody. Good night.